This news update is brought to you by...
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Get your sun power.
This is the 7 a.m. Barbados Today update for Monday, March 10th, 2014. I'm Dawn Paris. Good morning. As government's retrenchment program nears an end, one regional prime minister appears to be sympathetic to the Fruendel Stuart administration. Grenada's Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell says Stuart and his Democratic Labour Party administration are in a tough position. And he tells Barbados Today he's hoping to avoid that in his country, and he doesn't envy Stuart in the least.
I would not want to be in that shoe where you have to literally send home thousands of people. That is a difficult decision for any politician at all. I mean, I certainly don't envy him. If the measures that we're implementing work as we expect it will, there will be no need to. And that's why we sought the help of the unions and all stakeholders to ensure that they can come on board, because we have indicated if we do not join forces and deal with this problem based on the solutions that we have and the fact that we have had no serious alternative to the solution, then we'll have to go the next step, which is probably a mixture of the Barbados model and what we are doing.
The Fruendel Stuart administration is moving to get rid of what the finance minister is describing as an albatross around its neck. Kensington Oval. Chris Sinclair says government is dishing out too much money for a facility that is technically not state-owned, and the days of this are numbered.
We're going to have to put that on a different footing, under a different type of management as part of the restructuring of government, particularly as it includes the 19 institutions which I spoke to last year in the budget in August. We're going to be seeing after that very shortly, and I've been speaking with Minister Stephen Lashley. Of course, I don't want to prejudge what will happen when that paper is presented to Cabinet in a couple of days or whenever it comes, next Thursday or next week or whenever it comes. But I want to say that substantial changes are going to be made in relation to that.
Sinclair explained that given the cost of leasing the property from the BCA, maintenance and utilities, government could over time shell out close to $1 billion. Sinclair was speaking at a Democratic Labour Party St. James North constituency meeting last night when he disclosed that the 2014-2015 estimates will be laid in Parliament tomorrow. German airline Condor will begin a third flight from Frankfurt to Barbados come November. Chairman of the Barbados Tourism Authority, Adrian Alcock, made the announcement in Berlin after having discussions with officials from the airline at the world's leading travel trade show. The flights will continue into April next year.
That third flight will be partners with our brothers and sisters in the Spice Island, Grenada. So that will create a triangle whereby you have a flight. Barbados has a flight with St. Lucia. It has a flight with Tobago, and now we're adding Grenada. Condor spoke to us about the opportunity with Grenada, and they knew that we wanted the third flight, and we proved that we can fill a flight. Grenada is obviously in its infancy, and they'll do quite well, I'm sure. And we'll be there to hold their hands and make sure that flight is successful for both of us. And I believe that very quickly we'll be in a position where you can see 4 flights coming out in the winter and 2 flights in the summer, because the amount of investment that we'll have to put out will warrant that level of aggression in the marketplace.
Government is joining the opposition in paying tribute to Barbados Labour Party stalwart Lionel Lammy Craig, who died yesterday morning at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital. Finance Minister Chris Sinclair described him as a fierce opponent and a shrewd, tough politician who made a worthwhile contribution to the country. Hours after Craig's death, Opposition leader Mayor Motley had described him as the consummate politician who knew how to connect with people and represent them. In sports, West Indies are heading into their second of 3 2020 matches against England tomorrow, with one already in the bag after yesterday's 27-run victory at Kensington Oval. Marlon Samuels played an unbeaten 69 as West Indies reached 170 for 3 and then restricted England to 143 for 9.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Get your sun power.
In the region now, the European Union says Cuba has agreed to begin negotiations aimed at normalizing ties after a decade of differences and sanctions. In 2003, the EU officially suspended relations with Cuba over the jailing of dozens of Cuban dissidents. And on the international scene, Vietnamese aircraft spotted what they suspected was one of the doors belonging to the missing Malaysia Airlines flight as troubling questions emerged about how 2 passengers managed to board the flight using stolen passports. The discovery comes as officials consider the possibility that the plane disintegrated mid-flight. More aircraft are to be dispatched to investigate the site in waters of southern Vietnam this morning. And that's been the 7 a.m. update. Join us again at noon. Until then, log on to www.barbadostoday.pb, subscribe to our e-paper and like us on Facebook to get more news and sports. I'm Dawn Paris.
This news update is brought to you by
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Get your sun power.